Welcome back to AWS On Air. My name's Aaron Hunter. I'm a senior technical trainer with AWS Training and Certification. I couldn't say that the right way, but you know what? It's okay. It's the end of the day. We're almost done with day three of reInvent here live in Las Vegas. With me, we have my buddy Jeff.
Hey, how many times have you had to say that this week so far?
Enough to where I shouldn't have had to mess it up.
That's all right. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff Marushak. I'm a senior solutions architect with our DoD Air Force team, and I'm excited to be here today. I love certifications. I have some AWS certifications, and we're going to talk about the Cloud Practitioner today.
Yeah, so today we're here to talk about the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Certification and what that means. Well, first, AWS Power Hour and how you can learn more about the certification. So it's one of the series that I ran with my buddy Matt Heffernan. I wish he was here, but I have Jeff here with me, and I'm really happy about that. So Jeff, thanks for being here.
I'm fine being the backup.
What we can see on the screen here is I currently have our AWS Training Certification on Twitch page. And how you get there is just go to awspowerhour.com, and we'll make sure that link gets in the chat. We have my buddy Tabitha, who's going to drop the link in the chat for us. Thank you. And, and we'll be able to kind of walk through what this page looks like and how you can find more information about AWS Power Hour Cloud Practitioner. But Jeff, you said that you have some certifications.
Yes.
Cloud Practitioner is one of them, is that right?
Yeah, when I started out, before I was really into AWS, I was doing a lot of VMware stuff. And like we talk about the cloud adoption framework, establishing that center of excellence, a cloud organization. My previous company did that, and I wasn't part of that team, and I kind of wanted to get involved with cloud. And so I figured the best way would be to start with the Cloud Practitioner exam certification. It's the perfect entryway, it's the perfect gateway exam, sometimes I say, that opened the door for me, and it was a great experience.
And that's kind of like how a lot of people are. If there's an icebreaker exam, then it might be a really good way to start off with Cloud Practitioner. So here what we can see is our AWS Training Certification on Twitch page, and I'll scroll down, and we can see there's live shows on the left, there's on-demand shows. We can see there's specialty, we wrapped that one up, and we covered that segment yesterday. Power Hour Architecting, we'll be talking about that one tomorrow, so stay tuned and come back, watch it.
Cool.
But today, we're here to talk about the Cloud Practitioner certification and the Power Hour session there. So if I click on that link, what it should do is it should open up the page, and it brings us to the AWS Power Hour, where you can find more information. You can see that we did have a challenge, where the challenge, when people signed up for it, they received 50% off the exam cost, which is closed now, but keep an eye out for other challenges in the future and take advantage of that. And we can scroll down, and we'll see that we have a couple episodes. Well, more than a couple. There's episode 1.
Yep.
We have the cloud concepts. And then episode 2, security and compliance. And I imagine being in the DoD, that's an important space for you.
Very much, yeah.
So understanding identity and access management, and we'll kind of break down each episode in a few moments here.
Yep.
We also have episode 3, network and compute services. Episode 4, storage and database services. Episode 5, cost efficiency and pricing models. Episode 6, where we have the review and exam prep. And you know what? We threw a bonus episode in there where I went to Seattle, and I streamed live from the AWS Skills Center in Seattle and covered the Cloud Practitioner AWS Power Hour. It was really cool. Now, Jeff, I have a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Out of these, we'll say 6, okay? Out of these 6, which one stands out to you the most?
I like the module where we talk about the shared responsibility model, because that comes up very often in conversations with customers. Who is responsible for what? And going over that module with the shared responsibility model really, number one, establishes that line of what the customer is responsible for versus what AWS is responsible for. But that also sets the stage to start talking about managed services, and love talking about how that little line can change depending on which service you use, especially if it's a managed service.
Exactly. So security and compliance is probably your favorite episode.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite episode is going to be around storage and database services. It's an area that I really love, Amazon S3. I used to work with the service team a couple times when I was in support years ago. So really, really cool to really dive deep into these products. Even if it's a foundational, fundamental level,
Yeah.
we're still diving deep enough for our learners. And I wonder.
Well,
so,
really
yeah,
quick,
go
what
ahead.
I like about storage and database is that so often over the years, you might have been in an enterprise where there was a storage team and there was a database team, and maybe you didn't need to know how to set those things up, and cloud sort of changed that a little bit.
It
So
did.
I think the learning about block storage, object storage, and then SQL versus NoSQL, it's important to know what that is, and this episode goes over that, and I think it's really valuable.
It kind of simplifies it and demystifies it, and
Yeah.
really allows everyone just to jump directly in and start using the products and
Empowers
services.
them.
Yeah. You are powerful. So what else do we have here? Episode 5, cost efficiency and pricing models, because we want to try to run our workloads, operate workloads at the most cost efficient way. Cost optimization is one of the pillars of the well-architected framework,
Yeah.
which we cover in the first episode.
Yeah, it's really interesting to really drive home the differences between spot, on-demand, and then reserved instances, and when to use each, because there are specific times when you should use each. And my job as a solution architect is to help save the customer money.
Yes.
And that is a really key part to do that. Not to mention the pricing calculator and cost and usage reports. I'm a former VMware guy. That means right sizing. And so right sizing is a big deal, and to walk through the tools that AWS has to help you right size your environment.
So you mentioned the pricing calculator. I wasn't going to do this, but I'll go ahead and just pull it up, because I think it's really important for everyone to understand what the pricing calculator is, how you can use it, and you can create estimates pretty quick. You can understand your overall billing. So here we can see we can search by location type, search by all services.
Yep.
If I wanted to find out, let's say Amazon S3, I can go ahead and type S3 in here, and it pulls up anything that is referencing S3. So we can really start to build out this cost optimization pillar focused
Yeah.
model,
Yeah.
and identify how much we might be able to spend or might be able to save on service usage. And we go even deeper into the AWS pricing calculator directly in episode 5.
Perfect.
So let's go ahead and talk about episode 6, because people watching live right now, they probably want to know, where do I go? How do I really start to prep? What if I think I already know all the stuff? And we do that in episode 6.
Cool. Yeah,
So-
because there are some options to do a real official practice exam.
Yes.
So that's one option that you have. What else did you guys go over?
So AWS Skill Builder, there's the official practice exam there. There's also some ramp-up guides or ramp-up plans where for the foundational information, we can really dig into a lesson plan. So level 1, level 2, level 3 type lessons plans, and being able to provide a little bit more prescriptive guidance, I would say, toward learning. And then also, last but not least, we have learn about the exam itself. I'll go ahead and open up that into a new link where we can start to say, hey, what is the exam? How long is the exam?
How many questions?
How many questions? Yeah. And then also
Do you have
maybe
to buy
even
one of those blue books and bring it and write down the answers, or is it multiple choice? et cetera, et cetera?
exactly. And then also maybe even like, how much does it cost?
Yeah.
So here we can see the cost is $100 US, but you know what? After you pass the exam,
Yes, this is key.
this is key. I think you wanted to talk about that. I'll let you.
Well, it's interesting. You talked about the challenge that would give you a 50% off voucher before you take the test. Now,
Which has ended by now.
Which has ended.
Yeah,
But now, all the time, whenever you pass an exam, you will get a 50% off voucher for your next exam. And so the practitioner exam costs $100. The 3 associate exams cost $150. And the specialty and the professional exams cost $300. So, but it's not $50 off, it's 50% off. So you can pass the practitioner exam and get 50% off a higher level exam and just be overall less expensive to your wallet.
Yeah. So
And-
take the exam, and then once you pass, you get a voucher or a code that you can use to get half off any other exam that's at AWS. So associate, professional, specialty, And yeah, so to go watch all the videos on demand for AWS Power Hour Cloud Practitioner, visit awspowerhour.com. And that's pretty much it. Jeff, thanks for being here with me.
Yeah, I just want to end with saying, even if you are a cryptozoologist, the Cloud Practitioner exam is something you should look into.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned for more here at AWS On Air live at reInvent in Las Vegas.